Welcome to Daisy Nick's Recipes and DIY Crafts. Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make some little bows out of polyfilla for scrapbooking or card making, or just making lovely little bows. Obviously you can use any mould you like, so if you have different moulds then that's fine, you can also make it with those, but I'll go ahead and show you how to make the bows today with polyfilla. So this is our polyfilla. I got it from the local hardware store and I'll just show you how to mix it. It's very easy. It comes with a pour on the side. If it doesn't, then just use a spoon. You don't need huge amounts, and you have to be very careful when you put the water in because you don't need much water at all. Now I've got some stirring utensils. This one is just from a coffee stirrer. You can use anything you like. Keep some paper nearby so you can clean the end if you need to. And also with the mould, just pop it onto a tray, so when you have finished pouring it's easy to move around from your workstation to a drying place. So there we go, I'll show you how to mix this. So just put a little bit of water in at a time because you don't need much. And you don't want it too wet because it just takes ages to dry. Okay, that looks really nice. Okay, now it's ready to go into the moulds. Put it in very gently, making sure we hit out any air bubbles. And then once you've got it in there about level, you can use a little pokey stick, a cocktail stick, anything you have with a sort of like a pointy end, and just go around and make sure there's no air bubbles in there, because an air bubble in the corner or something can just ruin the look of it. So just work all the way around the edges and really get into the creases. And then what we'll do is just tap it down. Any other air bubbles should come up. There you go, I've seen a few come to the top there. So now we just need to tidy up the edges. I'm actually going to use this spatula type stick and just scrape along the top and wipe off any excess. If you pull it out of place, don't worry too much because we will just pat it down again in a minute. There you go, so you've got nice clean edges, and then pat it down again. And there's your bow. So I'm going to pour it in the rest and then I'll show you what I've done. So I finished pouring all my little pieces. Now just a few tips as well. If it's not level on the top, shaking it from side to side can also just level it out a little bit. And a few taps and a shake, and that gives it a nice smoother finish on the top there. So there we go, I'll leave those to dry. Generally can take anything from 5 hours, and if you've mixed it really runny it can take 2 days. So you will see when it's starting to dry that it does change colour. It is brittle while it is damp, but as soon as it's fully dry, it is very solid. So make sure it does dry properly. Remember, do clean up all of your edges. That does make a difference, even though they do sand off or just rub off with your finger quite well to smooth them when they've come out of their molds. So there we go, very quick, very easy, very cheap. I think this polyfilla was around the 150, 250 mark, and there's so much in there, you know, you just won't run out for quite a long time. So you can see I haven't used everything that I mixed up, but I'll use that on something else. And there we go. Okay, so they're all dry now. I've left them for around a day and a half, and I've already had a go at painting some others because I just couldn't wait. So I'll just take those out, and there they are. I did get a few little air bubbles, but actually when I've painted them, you can't really tell. Now you can paint them with acrylics or with anything you have around really, but what I'm using today is nail varnish. It dries really quickly and it's just very easy to work with. The silvers and golds came out absolutely amazing. Here's one I'm just going to glue that onto the box there, and I did use little diamantes just to decorate it, so I'm really pleased with how they've come out. You can use them for loads of things, scrapbooking, putting on cards. You can even, like with these little ones, pop them on labels and tags, even just on the top of the box, and they're brilliant. What to stick them on with, I find this jewellery and bead glue is really good and very strong. And if you want a instant bond, try the glue gun. That also just sticks them instantly to anything, really quite good. So I'm going to use this pink one, and we're going to paint these lovely bows. You can use tweezers to hold them with as well, which I found quite handy. And I just love doing it with the nail varnish. You can get some really good nail varnishes, glitter varnishes. It's probably something you actually have somewhere in your bedroom around the house. You've all got a nail varnish somewhere. I've done 2 coats on these ones here, because the first coat does tend to just sink in a little bit. But they paint ever so easy, ever so quickly. And you don't even need a paintbrush if you use nail varnishes. I just love these. There we go, I'll leave that to dry. And then I'll do a second coat in a minute. While that one's drying, I'm going to try this colour, which I rather fancy. Try and get into all of the cracks and the edges. I haven't done underneath. I don't think it needs it, but that's up to you. If you want to, you can. They just look fab when they're painted. There you go, they're actually so quick and so easy to do. There we go, I'm going to let that one dry. And then I'll put another coat on the pink one while that's drying. There you go, I'll come and hold this really close to the camera so you can see how fab that's looking. There we go. Just do these little corners there. I'll do another coat on the green one. See, that's how quick it dries. And again, if you want it extra shiny, you can also put a clear over the top. I found some really nice glitter ones I've got, which I'd like to put over the top in a minute. There we go. So I'm just going to leave those ones to dry. So let's try this one and get some little dots on our pink one. Yeah, that's better. Oh, that's really nice. It's lovely. It actually looks like plastic. That's fantastic. I'll show you a close-up of that one. There we are. That one didn't, the glitter bits weren't great on that one, but I'll redo it. The glitter bits came out great on that one. And there's the one on the box. This one has little diamantes around it, and that's just a standard silver nail varnish. There's a little one there. So yeah, I'm really pleased how they've all turned out. Another one with glitter on. But I love this one. It's got to be my favourite. Now when you're scrapbooking, you can sort of find one of your favourite pictures and then just put the little bow on the side. Again, use either a jewellery bead glue, but with the paper it's probably best to use your glue gun, and they stick brilliantly. You can also use them for the covers of your scrapbooking or any photo albums you have. You can also use little bows on some of the decorated areas like that. This is really nice. Also perhaps the bigger bows on tags or anything else you have. I've put a glitter over the top of this one, which is this glitter here, and it's come out really nice. I'll try and show you some close-ups of that. So yeah, you can stick them on boxes, cards, anything like that, and they come out brilliantly. I mean, I'm really pleased with them. If you've liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more DIYs. And thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. I absolutely love my arts and crafts. So thank you very much.